everybody, welcome in once again to another terrific edition of Southern Nevada Living. I am half of this team, Dennis Silvers, along with my great co-host, Elaine Hansen, who's been a top real estate producer for many years here in Las Vegas. We've got a wonderful show planned for you today, and this is kind of right in your backyard with what we're going to be talking about.
Yes, it's going to be very informative today. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, I have a little bit of house cleaning. Before we start, hopefully you're going to notice, I want to thank the people at Fantastic Embroidery. They are in the Boulevard Mall for many years in Las Vegas for our logoed mug. And next week we will make sure to have something in the mug, but a great job. So if you need anything logoed, like shirts or whatever, give Fantastic Embroidery a call. We got great guests today for you, both from Lawyers Title, Jennifer Smith, and next to her is LoryAnn Dixon. And I want to thank both of you guys for being here very much. But first, let's start out with Elaine's Market Minute. Take it away.
Thank you, Dennis. Each week during our Market Minute, we'll be discussing the current insights for buyers and sellers in the Las Vegas area. So we're going to jump right in. We're looking at the Clark County median home list price. It's hovering right below $570,000. It started trending down in the last few weeks. And we have the home inventory. It's over 6,800 homes on the market. That's 3,100 homes more than last year at this time. So it's getting a bit more competitive, evening out that market between buyers and sellers. And we have average days on the market about 125. That's been trending down a little bit, but staying pretty standard right now. Some interesting insights for the buyers, because what are they interested in? Interest rates. Right. That's what they want to know. So conventional, we're looking at 6.82 for conventional. Both FHA and VA are hovering right around 6.5% right now. Overall, they've been trending downward. From the high in January, we had 7.25%. So that's good that we're heading in the downward trend. I have an interesting data with NAR. NAR just put out in the last few days what will get buyers moving. And their stats show that if we hit a 30-year fixed rate of 6%, it will open up the market to 5.5 million people. And so if that many people are opened up, they estimate about 10% of them will jump into the market. That'd be about 550,000 people that would look to buy in the next 12 to 18 months. So we just need to get them down just a little bit and it'll perk things up. Sellers, inventory is high, or higher I should say, and so you really just need to be competitive with your pricing. We're going to jump into now the fun stat of the week, Dennis. I'm kind of like this one. These are projects that are currently under construction. First, the top of the bill is the Bright Line. That's the high-speed rail going from Vegas to California. They're looking to drop $3 billion into that one. And they say they're going to be completed by 2028. We'll see if that happens.
We'll see.
Yeah, right. Next is the Venetian remodel. The Venetian remodel is happening. It's 25 years old. First, I couldn't believe that was happening. It's been that long. $1.3 billion into their remodel. We have the Las Vegas Convention Center. They've dropped $600 million. They're renovating the West Hall. It's going to be very contemporary, bringing in technology. Renderings look really cool on that one. The Avora, which is modern apartment living. This one is at Buffalo and Patrick. They're dropping in $500 million into that site. And after that is the Uncommons. The Uncommons is at Durango and the 215. Now that one's been up and underway, but they're looking at $400 million in that. That's like a live, work, play, both of those are. An interesting one is what's called Hilo Park. This one is going to be on Rancho, where the Texas Station and Fiesta used to be. They leveled that. They're bringing in, that's about 73 acres, and it's going to be what they call mixed use for that. And so things they're bringing in, grocery, restaurants, sports field, ice rink, and that will be in phases. And that is also going to include almost 400 homes for our market. Wow. So lots going on. There's lots more on there. You'll see the graphic, but those were our top ones we're looking at. Kind of exciting.
That is exciting. That's very exciting. Yeah. And that's just another reason what makes Southern Nevada, Clark County, Las Vegas so great, because things are always evolving here. As you know, the hotels are always remodeling, or this is remodeling, this is expanding, and that's what makes the town absolutely fantastic. So that's why this show is very valuable to people, not only locally, but if you're thinking anywhere in the country, anywhere, thinking about moving to Southern Nevada, you kind of got to know this stuff and get a head start on things. So it makes it easier for you when you transition.
Well, it gives you an idea of what's happening in our area and how much is coming up, because there's a lot more than that that's happening.
That's exactly right. But thank you very much for that, Elaine. I want to introduce briefly our guest this week. Jennifer Smith, right here to my left, is a sales executive. 35 years building relationships in the real estate world. Was president of the American Escrow Association, state president of the Nevada Escrow Association, program quality director for Local Teamsters 115. And that's nice. LoryAnn Dixon, who is to her immediate left, is the executive vice president, and she's a branch team leader, also an escrow officer, 28 years experience, assistant vice president with lawyer's title. In addition to being an escrow officer, you are a branch team leader.
I am, yes.
What does that mean?
It means that I am there if anybody has any questions, they need support. I'm their go-to. If they don't have an answer, I help them. And if I don't have the answer, then I go up the chain, yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I just keep us all rolling.
There you go. This week's topic, of course, as you would imagine, is what does escrow do? A lot of people know the terms, but they may not exactly be familiar with everything that goes on in those two processes when you're buying a home. So we're going to explore that with everybody. I'll tell you what, right now, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll come back with our special guests, and we'll get into what we need to know about title and escrow. So stay with us. We're coming back right after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hansen with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here, with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence.
Lawyer's Title of Nevada, rooted in Las Vegas nearly 40 years, serving Southern Nevada with unmatched local knowledge and dedication. With the backing of the nation's largest title insurance company, our experienced staff is your powerhouse team, committed to seamless closings, clear communication, and concierge-level service. Because to us, it's never just a transaction. At Lawyer's Title, personal experience matters.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to more of Southern Nevada Living. Before we continue, I made a mistake, and it happens and stuff. And I want Jennifer to correct some stuff that I read improperly. So Jennifer, make a correction for me, for everybody.
Well, Dennis and Elaine, I am the actual district director of our local Toastmasters, the 115.
Okay.
Yes. So I just wanted to make sure we knew that.
Okay.
She is the
Toastmaster
madam.
sounds like it'd be fun.
It is fun.
To do.
Yes.
Yeah.
They actually address me as Madam District Director. So I love it. Fun.
I'm glad you told me that. All right, Jennifer, let me ask you, what does title or escrow actually do, and why, you guys, is it so important in a real estate transaction?
title insurance is really important because we are insuring a homeowner when they purchase their home that they're the rightful owner of the property. Title insurance, I always say that title insurance is the meat of our, or the hamburger of our business, because of what we do is so important. People do not understand the escrow side of it, and escrow is the holder of the monies and of the documents. And make sure, as LoryAnn would say, tell us how you say it, LoryAnn.
So we are a neutral third party, and we keep everybody in the transaction honest.
That's what she says.
I'm sorry.
Why do we actually need title insurance, though? Why do we need it?
So you need title insurance because when we issue our policy, and let me go back a little bit, when we issue our preliminary title report in the beginning, we are searching the property from the day we open escrow back to when that property was built. So along the way, we want to make sure that anything that was recorded on the property, any persons on property, they were properly deeded off, loans were paid off properly. That way we can issue clear title.
Okay. So you're making sure that, if I'm not mistaken, the property isn't encumbered in any way for the new buyer.
Yes,
That is
correct.
Okay.
And Dennis, sometimes people think that they can do it without title insurance. But as we normally say when people say, I don't want title insurance, we say, you know, you may look healthy on the inside, but you don't know what's going on.
Right.
Or on
Great
the outside,
point.
you don't know what's going on in the inside. So if you have a family member that you want to take title or property from, then you don't know if they have a bankruptcy lien, a tax lien, and if you acquired the property without title insurance, then you're on the hook for those encumbrance.
Right. That's a very, very good point. Very good point.
You kind of touched upon it, but what are some of the things you find on a title report that essentially run with the home, that are always on there, but also what are you looking for?
So the first thing that we're looking for is who the vested owner is, and if they are the persons that have signed our purchase contract. The second thing that we're going to do is that's on there is the property taxes. Okay. After the property taxes, you'll see any easements on the property and HOA, CC&Rs, and then after that, you'll have any mortgages on the property. Okay, and then after that, they'll have solar UCCs and stuff like that. And then any liens or judgments that could be on the property.
And that's what we're looking for, all of that, but those liens are what pop out that we need to make sure those are valid with the property.
And sometimes people don't even realize, but when we search the property, when we open up escrow, we're searching the property, but we're also searching the parties involved in the transaction. So there may be a lien or judgment that pops up that they didn't think would pop up, but because of the name search, it pulls up onto our preliminary title report. And then we have to address that through our escrow.
And do you find sometimes that the name may not actually be with that person?
Absolutely. So a lot of times we're going to ask for statement of information. And on that statement of information, it gives us, our clients, all their personal information so that we can put that up against the judgment or lien that is on our preliminary title report. And we explain that to the clients and say, look, you have a very common last name. This is just standard procedure. What we need to do is just clear you to make sure that we don't have any liens or judgments that we have to handle through our closing.
You're trying to protect them all.
Yep, absolutely.
And the sellers.
Try being Jennifer Smith, right?
Yeah.
There's all sorts of liens against
Right.
a Jennifer Smith.
True.
And also judgments can be credit cards, by the way. So people may not realize that they got sued or that they went into a court action on past credit card bills. So it's really important, title insurance, because we will find out about it.
And the other thing
You're kind of doing a check on them, on their background.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. And the other thing that I was going to say is even if you were entitled for 1 minute, that's going to, whatever is recorded against you in that, you know, with your name and stuff, then we have to deal with. So a lot of times you'll have people that deed the property to one person, then deed it again to another person, and then don't realize, oh, I have to deal with that now. So yeah.
Interesting. I did not
Learn something new
know
every
that.
day.
Yeah. Well, that's why this business is so darn fascinating, you know, and count on somebody like Elaine to explain all of this, stuff to
Or
me.
our lovely guest.
All right, I'll tell you what, we got a lot more to go. Let's take a short break again. We come back, we'll have more with Jennifer and LoryAnn and Elaine, and get into some other topics, so stay with us. Back right after this.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hansen with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here, with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence. Looking to buy or sell a home in the Las Vegas area? Elaine Hansen with Realty One Group. Born and raised right here, with over 28 years of full-time, full-service experience. Call today and make your next move with confidence.
All right, we are back with more of Southern Nevada Living. I'm here with three terrific ladies, having a terrific show for you. Hope you're enjoying it and learning some very, very valuable information. It is time now to switch gears, and let me just put on my fun glasses. Because
You are stylish.
yeah, we're gonna
Some
do
of those for
something
the office.
fun now in Las Vegas. So let me take this off, and let me start with Jennifer. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for
What
fun?
do you like to do for fun?
So what I like to do for fun, one of my favorite things to do is I love to take astrophotography and look
Wow,
at the stars.
that's awesome.
Right? So Nevada and Southern Nevada is home to one of the darkest skies actually in the world, and where we can actually, if you go out further, there's life outside of the Las Vegas Strip. So we have gone out to Searchlight, to Laughlin, to even the Mojave Desert to take some pictures of the stars. I don't know if we're going to have some in the
We are gonna have
background.
some.
Okay,
Some of your photos.
Some of my photos. So even Red Rock gets dark enough where you can take pictures of the stars. So last year we got a glimpse of the Atlas comet, and that was over the Red Rock. So that
Such
was
a beautiful photo.
yeah, that was
Yeah,
amazing.
They'll see that. It's such a
That's fantastic. That is fantastic. LoryAnn, what about you?
So we've been spending a lot of time at the parks lately. After the sun goes down, they have the little splash pads. And so my granddaughter will play on the splash pad, and my husband and son will play basketball, and we'll just all hang
Nice.
out, grab some dinner.
take
That's
advantage
fun.
of our
Yeah,
great parks,
absolutely.
right?
Nice, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's great.
And we do have
Walk
some great
around.
parks here, folks, in,
We do.
in Southern Nevada, and more coming, so that's great. Elaine, how about yourself?
Well, I love pickleball, so we go to Chicken and Pickle, which is out on St. Rose Parkway, and it is a big venue that has indoor and outdoor pickleball, restaurant, bar, and outdoor games for tons of people. We go typically this time of year inside, and what's really kind of fun is you can sit there and you can order food by your court. You can have a drink if you want, whether it be alcoholic or not, and then you can play
try it.
pickleball. I played for 2 hours on Saturday night.
Wow.
I may have been a little sore on Sunday. It's a great place. Good food, great drinks, really fun.
So you can have dinner and drinks and then go play pickleball and kind of work it off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
A little exercise going on.
All in the same
Yeah.
trip. That's terrific.
How about you?
Well, I love to play golf, as you know, been doing it a long time, and just something about the game that, it either grabs you or it doesn't. And
Your favorite spot? Where do you love?
I love to play TPC Summerlin. It's a great golf course. It was a charter member there. Of course, that was the course where we had our tour event for many, many years, and just a terrific.
And we may have a little something there for the our audience to see, but we have a little picture of Dennis in the weeds
No. Yeah, that happened more than once. I gotta be honest with you, and it does happen, but that's okay. But it's a wonderful golf course. A lot of great memories there. A lot of good friends still belong there, and yeah, so it's pretty much knocking it
Yeah.
around.
Well, we'll jump back into questions. How's that?
Okay.
Okay. Well, your company handles millions of dollars every day. So what are you doing? What kind of things do you do to help protect the buyers and sellers?
So in the beginning of the transaction, when it's opened, we have a portal called Start in Here that we send to our sellers and we send to our buyers. Okay. In that portal, it will ask them some personal questions that we're going to need to process the transaction. For a seller, it's going to have them sign a payoff authorization, and that will allow us to order payoffs when we're ready to, and so forth. And then on the buyer's side of it, we're going to ask some questions to them, some personal questions. We're going to have them read and sign our wire fraud instruction. Okay. It's very important. On that wire fraud instruction, after they sign it, they're going to download it because our wire instructions are on there. But they're receiving these instructions through a secure portal.
Never
Okay?
to the agent.
Never to the agent.
Only directly through the
we
portal.
will never send wiring instructions to an agent. We do not
love
want
that
them
about
to
you guys.
be involved in that part of the transaction. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I know that you have to also just verify identity. How do you go about that?
So for sellers, to verify that we are speaking with the actual and dealing with the actual seller on the property, because that's very prominent in our industry right now, is fraudulent sellers. We have an app that we use where, and it literally is a text message to them. They're going to take a picture of the front and back of their ID, and then it's going to take a digital photo of them. Okay, and then that will verify them through the actual system that we use.
And why do you send everything so securely? What are we looking for?
So because of wire fraud in our industry, you know, as agents are emailing back and forth with buyers and with lenders, there's hackers that are out there just waiting for the prime opportunity to slip in and pretend to be myself, or pretend to be the, you know, any one of us in the transaction.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
a lender, right?
And what can happen?
Absolute-
What can happen?
Well, do you want me to talk about the recent?
Well, real quick, yeah, that'd be great if you could touch on that. Just what-
Absolutely. So what happens then is the hacker steps in and removes me from the email. Okay, so they're telling them, hey, we need your funds, we need you to wire here ASAP, you know, can you get this done? Sometimes they say, hey, we have new wiring instructions, please use this one, and they don't verify that the email address that it's coming from is truly coming from myself. Okay, so we had a situation where that happened, and when I had to call them to tell them that we had not received their wire, and they sent over to us the confirmation that the wire was sent, the pure fear in the wife's voice was just, it's nothing that I want to ever hear again.
So our takeaway is basically,
when we're dealing with wire, when you're dealing with millions of money and stuff, please, please, please allow us to have those conversations with the buyers. And the buyers, you know, please be diligent and contact us if you feel like something may be off in the transaction.
Yeah, well, that's great. We're running a little bit short of time, and I want to make sure we get to today's featured homes, which are supported by Scott Gillespie at Evergreen Home Loans, and I want to turn it over to Elaine because you got a couple of great
homes.
listings.
We've got 11830 Portino Drive. That's unit 2030. This is a condo in Summerlin, Coronado at Summerlin. It's a gated community. It's priced at $425,000. 2 bedroom, 2 baths with 1,532 square feet. This one is near Red Rock, so beautiful gated community. Maintained, it has luxury vinyl flooring, is being sold fully furnished, lots of beautiful features. It has stunning views of the mountains, the pool. You can step out on their deck and just take in the outdoors. It's just so lovely. And you're like minutes to Red Rock, so if you're a hiker, it's a great place to be. Our next one is a stunning listing. This one is courtesy of Russell Arnold with the agency Las Vegas. Thank you, Russ, for letting us use this one because it is stunning. 5 Wood Creek Court is the address. This one is at $10,990,000. This one is a 6-bedroom, 5-bath, 8-car garage with a den, a loft, has a bar, a theater, 11,861 square feet on 1.5 acres. This one sits in the estates at Southern Highlands, and it is a stunning, captivating oasis backyard, award-winning pool. It has its own lazy river with fire features, and this is a award-winning Aussie craft pool. It has such a cool feeling because it's a massive property, but it has a really zen-like feel. It has lots of wood and like granite stone throughout. It's just lovely. Chef kitchen, has a contemporary design, indoor basketball court, theater, a bar, outdoor kitchen.
I need to know, what is a lazy river?
Like it goes around and it's like a river through the property.
Yeah.
So by the pool, yeah, it's amazing, and it is also for rent for $50,000 a month. The low price. That's it. Only $50,000 a month, fully furnished. You can buy this one.
Sounds
stunning, stunning property. Thanks, Russ.
Sounds magnificent. Wow. Anyway, wish we had more time to talk about it more. Anyway, unfortunately, see, we get going, folks, and we run out of time so quickly, but this will give you an idea. Again, thinking about moving here, do it. Stuff you need to know. You can always get a hold of Elaine and at One Realty here in Henderson. Realty One. Boy, am I got to get my teeth
You got
right.
it. That's okay.
Got to get my teeth
All
right.
good.
Anyway,
Give me a shout out. Any questions?
I want to thank our special guests, Jennifer Smith and LoryAnn Dixon.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you,
us.
ladies.
Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
us.
And we hope you enjoyed the show. We love bringing it to you. We'll be back next week with another guest and some more information about coming to Southern Nevada. So until then, thanks for being here. We'll see you later. Bye.